Nobody's remotely near me. He almost has enough for 2. Be able to hit this guy. Let's see. Oh, almost. Nice. Might hold on that. Make sure I have enough points to get out of the way. Pretty much once this fire beetle's out of the way, I'll pretty much be good to get a move on. He's too far away. Alright, let's see if you can hit this guy once or twice. I guess that was a hit, but it had no register sound. Oh, you're good on ammo. I thought you needed to reload. You don't have enough to even make it worth it. Hopefully everybody stays safe for this turn. Oh good, he's still panicking. I just need to secure this building, and then I'm pretty much good to go. Jarrell, you have the most. The only reason I want this guy gone is because he has long range and he hurts. Not a single hit was hit. I don't know. I kind of wish you could have your whole party for the rest of the... like, even for the earlier parts of the game. I only need him like once, twice more. Good. He's panicked. You know, and I'm always amazed that people, like, it seems like recently people can't make, like, solid horror movies that aren't, like, remakes or rehashes. Like, I'm sorry, but I just can't accept the new thing at all. Like, oh yeah, it's a prequel or whatever. Well, the first team to get it was a Norwegian team. Like, it doesn't make much sense why you would suddenly have, like, a different team. I mean, unless they're Norwegian, they can magically speak English. But I don't understand it. I just don't understand, like, who would greenlight such a thing. Like, just check all around over here. Ball. Ruby. I need to start moving people out. This is getting a little ridiculous. A little crowded. But I don't know. I just like let the right one in, and like it just seems like there's so many disaster piece theater movies going on. And, like, they're not even good. Like, I'd understand if they were, like, good movies, or good remakes, for that matter, but they're not. Like, that's just the simple, like, the skinny of it. They're not good. And, I don't know. Like, horror movies just aren't as good as they used to be, like, in the 80s and early 90s, where they really, like, thought about it. Like, even ones that weren't that great were still significantly better than most other ones you see today. Like, freaking The Faculty, which was, like, kind of a campy, like, horror thriller movie, was good. Like, it did what it was supposed to do, didn't add in ridiculous flair. Like, yeah, it had, like, an all-star cast, but it was still, like, creatively done. Like, the idea behind it is pretty awesome. But, I don't know. It irks me that one of the, like, easiest things to do is to scare somebody. And I don't understand why it's that hard, or why there's no fresh franchises. It's all, like, zombies, remakes, and, like, let's chop apart Asian horror movies and hope for the best. I don't like that. I could probably shoot one more time. If there's even a point to shooting one more time. But, I don't know. And it bothers me, like, all these, like, cheapo, like, sci-fi budget, like, horror, in quote, horror movies that are really more like, what? Are just kind of getting old. And they are kind of ridiculous. Because, like, creature feature stuff are nice and all, but, like, there's only so much of that you can do before it gets old, or before you're just repeating yourself. Wait, you have psionics. How much does it cost you? 13. Good. Hopefully you don't get shot at. But that fire beetle should be panicked. Well, that was incredibly stupid of you. Actually, you know what? I'll have the other guys behind kill it. I know they can do it. If not, Zach can do it. Good. 7 out of 11. Let's see which one of them needs a level up. Or is close enough to 1. 14, Sapphire's level 10. 15. 5. Level 1. Alright, how about you get over here? Let's boost your psionics, because that will help you a lot. Now hopefully this doesn't turn out to be a bad idea. He'll probably miss. I just don't want him to shoot like Sapphire in the process. Well, I hit it once. But he didn't kill it. But whatever. Alright, Sapphire. Counting on you to kill it. Well, no, I mean, you don't need a lot for it to make a horror movie. Like, blood and gore are easy enough to do. And it's sad that, like, I guess the horror craze, so to speak, which I don't really see much as a craze, is over. Like, it was over a long time ago, but it's also, like, it's kind of silly that we, in a way, like, abandoned that whole horror ideal. That there's this kind of, like, I don't know, like, I have no idea how to, like, put it into words that don't make me sound like a crazy person. It's like horror movies, like, people have these, like, nonsensical fears. Like, Freddy is terrifying. Like, the idea of someone like that, who, like, laughs at you as you're dying. Like, the idea of some movies where it's, like, this, like, horror that's unstoppable. But, like, we can certainly, like, evolve those today. Like, those are, like, they're not, like, complex ideas. But people always try to, like, make this excuse and these mythos and, you know, try to make, like, as my roommate would say, girls whose vaginas get in the way. Like, they just, like, drop their weapons and run. Like, I think that, like, in terms of newer remakes, at least the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like, Jessica Biel's character, like, tried to fight back, and even her right decisions ended up being the wrong decisions. But in a lot of horror movies, they try to add in some political thing, and like the Octopus one with James Van Der Beek, they made all this big hoopla about Native Americans and, like, Native American rights, how they don't need fishing permits and all this ridiculous stuff. Like, it was just like, no, you don't need to draw this character tension. I was hoping that, like, by adding that much character tension, they would make it like some Cult of the Octopus or something cool. But no, it was literally just, like, unnecessary exposition of characters and unnecessary backstories of characters that frankly nobody really cared about that much. Like, I was getting bored even at the climax of the movie, and that's terrible. And I know in movies like that you shouldn't expect gold, but even Thanksgiving just didn't, you know, like, bore itself out. Like, I know there was a lot of continuity errors, and it was only, like, it wasn't even technically a feature length long, it was only like an hour and 6 minutes. But it doesn't always need to be a good movie, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's sad that it's come to this with, like, one of my favorite genres of horror. Oh. He's all the way over there. I'm not too worried. There's you there. Actually, you over here. I think horror movies, it's not that they've all been done, it's just that I don't think Hollywood understands what scares people anymore. Like, The Eye was the biggest piece of shit, and, like, as awful as it is to say, like, the remake of The Eye, like, the original Eye was great, but the remake, like, not to sound bad, but nobody in America cares if a bunch of Mexicans die in a tortilla factory. Not because they're Mexicans, but because America doesn't care about events in Mexico. Maybe, like, Hispanic Americans do, but, like, or Mexican Americans do, but nobody else does. Nobody else does. Like, if you're making a movie like that, it's a lot easier to change up the way it goes. Like, I don't understand how, like, the idea of the eye was so simplistic. There didn't really need to be, like, a convoluted, complex story. Like, I think that whoever made it didn't even... I think they, like, glanced over the movie, or, like, someone described the movie to them, and they just said, like, how can we convert these pieces? We won't try anything original or interesting. We'll just toss it out. And that's what ruins movies for people. I mean, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they did new things, and they helped develop certain things to make them a lot more terrifying than they were in the original. Things they couldn't get away with in the original. Like the new Last House on the Left is pretty weak sauce compared to the original. I'm fucking elite. Ferris looks like she has a little extra hair coming out of the side of her beret. Looks like a bad cut, but who knows. Jay. I don't know. I can't, other than the new Friday the 13th, which was good for what it was. Oh. I get to play as an alien? Oh, very interesting. Oh. Wow, I have a long way to go. Why is this alien helping us? Oh, and I am really tired of, like, not to spoil anything. If you don't want something spoiled, skip to like 2 or 3 minutes ahead. The skyline was, like, the ending, like, it was so interesting in the beginning, and then, like, near the end, it just stopped making any sense and stopped being interesting at all. And frankly, it bored me. I don't know what I'm doing with this mission. I guess I'm supposed to induce fear or something? I don't know. I don't even think there's an FAQ about this. It doesn't matter, it's almost over anyway. It'd be okay if he had, like, mind control or something. That was a really stupid mission. Alright. Well, that's all for Let's Play Rebelstar Tactical Command. And I know I said I was going to say more about Skyline, but let's just say the ending was stupid, than him being, like, the superhero. Whatever. But, I don't know. I don't understand why it's hard to make even a simple survivor horror movie anymore. And they focus too much on developing the characters as opposed to actually making it remotely interesting. Oh, The Crazies was probably like the last really good horror movie because it was just really well done, well thought out, and the characters were a nice mix of like and hate, so that way they weren't like all good or all bad. And I don't know, Hills Have Eyes and movies like that. Like, those are the kind of movies that I want to see more often. They just, nobody can seem to make them anymore. But that's all for Let's Play Rebelstar Tactical Command with me, Mark Dice. See you later.